Da, 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 da. Ba-da-da, da-da-da-da. Hey Day, you wanna check to see if my stream is up? If you can't hear me good enough? What is with not many people playing on these servers? Dust blows are good. Do you hear me good? Right on. Does the mic sound bad? Okay, that's fine. It's good. Powerhouse, love me some power. Yeah. Powerhouse, lovely harvest, Leas, and Sewage Classics. Right here. Gold Rush is good. Voodoo's good. Here. And Upward. Farm Blitz Classics. No capture flag. Mercenary Park. And Mountain Lab. Alright, there we go. Also, just so we're clear for anybody tuning in and you're, watching and listening, I can't really see the chat currently, so, if you say something, I might not be able to see it. Oh, hey, Day. Is that laptop charged over there? No, no, bring that laptop over here and I'll just... That's alright. That's good. Alright, getting the secondary monitor up, aka the laptop, the lovely laptop. Get her done. Ooh. There we go. Oh, that was a stab. There was a stab. Flies around here somewhere. Please. Please fire no. Oh, he died. Shoot him, engineer. Oh my gosh. Engineer, more like Angie don't know. The Rick May Memorial? Oh. I didn't realize that was. He's been gone for 6 years. Oh, the best man. Taken too soon. Sorry for the pause. I am setting up my laptop. I forgot to log in like a noob. Oh. 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 I deserve that. I deserve that 100%. Oh, I needed that. Right there. Destroy their shit. Got him. Then you can blow up the heavy. Wrong. Oh, that was not needed crit. Sentry down. Engineer. We got Buff Banner. Alright, their NG's dead. Oh my god. John? Oh, okay, there we go. I got chat up now. Uh, I have tried MBM. I do have a few tours, and I think almost all of the MBM it's, yeah, the tours. I think my most is obviously everybody else's, which is two cities. I can't. I'll have to look at the item. I'll have to look at the badge. Still got 2 tickets. Uh, where is that badge? Don't I have a 2? There it is. There it is. I'm stupid. I've done 64 two cities run. I could probably play MVM in a little bit. That'll really make me lose my grip. Oh, let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. I think it's a little bit quieter for me. Yeah, I've played 64 tours of Two Cities. It's really good. I don't know. It's something about the pace of MVM that I appreciate. Not too fast, but you know, there's at least a challenge. So if you're not working with your teammates, or if you're not at least coordinating with them on some sort of level, then you'll get a little fucked up. They shouldn't. Oh no. That's a Uber. Those are Ubers. That's a Uber. That's a Uber, babe. Would one round of high tower be considered cheating if you're trying to lose your grip on it? Yeah, that would be. I'd instantly lose my mind. I should do it. I should test my sanity. I should play high tower. Test the sanity of others and immediately attempt to capture. Actually play the objective in high tower. People will be pissed. Oh, I like his hat. We're talking about Israel. Oh my god. Ooh. I have no comment on that, but you know, yeah, huh? That was in the game, man. That was in the game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, they're talking about. I will say I don't give a shit if they talk shit about Israel. I mean, some of their shit is a little crazy, but the hailing Hitler, that's a little too much. That's a little too much. Oh my god, is that a spy? Classic TF2 chat, yeah, that's the best. Sometimes you don't have to lose your mind, you know. The TF2 chat will lose it for you. Yeah. Oh no. I don't know if I don't know if I let you that person near a school either. Oh, I need to check that guy's hard drive. Oh yes, missed every single shot. That's how you know. What is that guy typing in the chat? What is that? It's like the third or fourth time I've seen that. Oh, I got revenge somehow. Don't know how the hell I did that. Yeah, it's whatever, you know. At the end of the day, you can't really stop people talking about weird stuff. But most of them just say it to just get a reaction out of people. Oop. And I hit myself. Medic! Medic! Thank you. Yeah, TF2's. TF2 is a really old game. At this point, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, you can't really be mad. It's just it's just how the community has slowly just formed, I guess. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, lovely TF2 chat. I'm trying to lose my sanity here, not get some laughs. This is this is crazy. Oops. Oh my god. Don't use that on me. My god, I'm awful. Been looking at people with barely any views, and I really okay, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. You know, I appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, you never know. You might catch me streaming Left 4 Dead 2. And if you need help with the Ghost of Christmas Present achievement, you know, I do that. That's my main thing. Oh no. Oh my god. I think it's somebody muted. It was the guy I muted. I'm gonna kick him? He didn't say anything wrong. He's a TF2 player. You can't kick him. What the hell? He got kicked. I didn't even vote in it. That's a gotta moment. Bot server. He just kicked the guy for no reason. One time I saw a fetish artist on a TF2 match. It was like seeing your dealer in your classroom. Oh my god. Help us. Help young Sheldon. Rest in peace, my granny. I hit her with a bazooka. There we go. Actually get some kills. Whoa, look at this. Oh my god. He hates chuds. What does that even mean? Oh wait. I think I remember someone telling me something that was like, just call him a loser? Why didn't he call him just a loser? Is chud just the new term for loser now? Oh my god, medic. Medic, please. Oh. Thank thank you. Thank you, yes. Laughing? You laughing? Hmm. Oh my god. Two. Hmm. Check out that vlog Pyro's vlog. I call that a trade if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna play what? That guy have a stroke. Was he having a stroke? What was that? Rest in peace his granny, dude. Oh, come on. That was a fail. That was a failure if I've ever seen one. Woo! This is a difficult challenge. I don't know if I'm ever gonna lose my grip. Love this game. Whoop. Oof. Oh, I think that went over. Whoop. Oh, come on. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, I'm dead. Failed. What are they talking about over there? Hey, what the hell? Talking about some sort of bread? Got their stuff. Story of my life. Just let it happen. Fantastic kill right there. No, 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 no. Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Jesus. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Or is LARPing? Sad state of the world. Well, you can say that stuff. Who cares? No. No, don't bring him up. Or we cross the line. That guy's a menace. Fucking menace. Lovely. Oh my god. When does it end? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Uh, that's good. Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Hmm. You call somebody a horse? What the hell? There's one. Get him, get him, get him. Thank you, Pyro. Thank you. Oh no, don't fucking say that about cats. Or I draw the fucking line. What the fuck? No respect for living animals. What the hell? Oh my god. 24 kills? That's pretty good. I thought I'd have two. I thought I'd have two by now. Gotta definitely remember to block the guy. Just on the basis of that fucking shit he said about cats. Man, can't believe he said that. Fuck. Oh, I'm dead. I was fine with him saying all the other shit, but he crossed a fucking line. Crossed a fucking line right there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me in. We're good. Called somebody welcome. Can you turn off your radio if you're gonna speak? So he said he just said two contradicting things right there. I don't think he you can genuinely tell this guy is he's not running on a full battery pack. Goodness. Huh? That's somebody. I'm gonna die. Alright. Alright, reload, reload, reload. Well, you can have the. Oh, oh, that was a good shot. Just a beggar's bazooka. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by the beggar's bazooka. I was in my room trying to. Oh, that's unfortunate. Am I gonna get health? Click under medic and pyro. I consider that a win. Need ammo. Da 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 da. Holy shit. That's a crazy angle. Come on, Jim Milton. Hello, Ash. How goes it? Having a good day? Uh, bad water. My game just crashed? Oh my god, my game crashed. Uh, huh. That's crazy. Let me see if I can get it back up. I think my computer lost its mind. Heck yeah. TF2 is pretty good. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be very fair, my computer is basically a medieval toaster with the screen of a Game Boy Color. So I fully expect a couple crashes here and there. That's just how it is. Steel, Egypt, no. Powerhouse? Okay. Play some powerhouse. Lovely, lovely powerhouse harvest. With sewage. Rush hoodoo. Farmblitz, bad water. Average TF2 player computer? Yeah. I don't really I don't really play a lot of games, like newer games on my computer. I play a lot of old games on this. If I'm gonna play something new, I'm gonna play on my PlayStation 5. Just how I do it. I kind of prefer consoles with newer games anyway. Cause I'll be real. I'm like I'm ass when it comes to mouse and keyboard. And if you saw that last game, you can tell I'm ass. Uh, but I like playing. Nothing wrong with it. I can get better one day. But controllers, I have a little bit better grip on, which I think that makes me a plebeian. I think. Let's see if it crashes. That didn't crash. There we go. Heck yeah. Uh, dang. We've got 4 soldiers. Well, I think we need 5. taunting up there? Oh my god. Am I gonna get heals, medic? Thank you. Thank you, medic. I love you. Love you, medic. You're great. Okay, so he's dead. Break his shit. There's probably a telly to our right. No. Oh. Oh, he's gone. Just defending the stairs right now. Nothing wrong with that. Bit of stair defense. I tried. I probably can't even tell you my graphic settings. I know I'm definitely using the integrated graphics. So this is just the bare bones. I'm pretty sure this is like the first computer ever made. On a 1080p monitor? Oh. I don't have that good of a monitor. That's awesome that you do that. And the fact that your computer can run that. I just got the standard Dell monitor. Try playing TF2 with the controller. That might help you lose your grip on reality. Yeah. I think I'd probably lose it immediately. Maybe I should like try and play it upside down. See if I can do a handstand. Worst case, I break my back. Best case, I break my mind. No, the parachute. I hate it. I'm trying to get an achievement right now. We gotta like go a certain amount of miles with it. Awful. That plus playing Spy. Just playing Spy in general for me. Oh man, I'm the worst at Spy. That's probably what I should be playing right now. To truly test my sanity, I should play Spy, but I won't because I'm awful at it. You think it'd be playable with a little aim assist on the controller? No, I don't. Aim assist is just. Ugh. That's one thing I don't like about some console shooters, the aim assist. I usually try and turn it off if I can. But some games just have it like integrated, so there's nothing I can really do about it. Oh, with the high enough sensitivity with the controller and Spy? Oh. Yeah, yeah, that's a fast track to losing your mind. Play Gun Spy. Less than 5 minutes. Ooh. I don't like camping their spawn. Dude, it's been, oh man, what's it called? I actually has been so long since I played Spy. Sapper. Do Sapper only Spy. I can probably get something. Some sort of kill. I doubt. Ambassador. Ambassador Gunspy? Oof. There we go. Red tape recorder only. Yes. Ambassador, red tape recorder. What's the worst knife? The spy sickle? Because you can kind of lose it after a little bit. Take peyote. Most drugs I've ever done, like weed. I think I've tried shrooms once, but I'm pretty sure that was just a prank. That shit did not work on me. But what? Peyote? That's like a herb and like around Nevada, Arizona, like crazy ass desert heroin. Two-nine because you can't use it if it look. Oh, yeah. Okay, got him. Honestly, I'll be honest. The few times I have used Spy, I think I've only ever used stock. That's how much of a basic bitch I am with Spy. Oh, I was gonna take that health kit, but he healed me. Let's take that out real quick. Oh, but guess the number you were thinking? Try to play Market Gardener. Try to Market Gardener someone? Oh god. 70 health, red tape recorder Spy. This is diabolical. I don't know. I could try. That might make me lose my insanity. I don't think I could hit a Market Gardener. I don't think I'm that cool. I mean, I could probably, yeah. Maybe. I have to think about that. Oh my god. No. Best devised professional killstreak Machina. That's beautiful, Katie. Is the number 37? No. I'll give you two more guesses. Go with five. It was neither of those. I pick like the most impossible number to pick. You wouldn't even think of this number. Come on. Come on. Oh! 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 Felt the boner. The bonehead. I love this thing. Nope. Numbers are infinite. You need to give us a well, you guys picked the game. I didn't. Give us a reasonable 100 number range. Or what about 100 to 200? How about that? That technically is a 100 range. And if you guys get it, only 3 tries. Only 3 tries. Collectively 3 tries. Oh my god. 101? No. Mm-mm. 2 more. 2 more guesses. No. You can't do that to me, sniper. With my shit aim. Yeah, leave me alone. 169? Oh, I wish, dude. But that is kind of close. I'll give you that. That is a little close. That's in about the, I'd say a 20, 20-ish. Maybe like 25 number range. Could be up, could be down. But one more. One more guess. You never get it. I've got it locked away in the steel trap. This is my enigma, my mind. Oh god. These snipers are really good. Or maybe I'm just bad. Oh, demo. Just having a good time up there. Oh, damn. I shouldn't have parachuted. But I was too hasty with it. Give me like 2 minutes. I need to write this down. That's fine. I gotta write things down too sometimes. Tried to bone him. Didn't work. Missing every single shot. No! Oh my god. Let's do that. Why is the sound so low? Oh, it's because I have a little muffler on it. Because if I didn't have that muffler on it, I'll be real. I will sound like I am a snake, a slithery snake. Yeah, we listen. We don't judge. Sometimes, if it has something to do with the cat and it's bad, I will judge. I will judge harshly if it's something bad with the cat. I can't hear the game much. Just to let you know. Oh, well, that's fun. Because you're not here for the game, are you? You're here for me. You're not supposed to hear the game. So since he said 20 range, and at 25, that means he corrected himself. Yeah, it's 25 to 20 number range. I'm trying to get the right number for that. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did that to that person. Yeah, those are the possible numbers. It could be any of those. I will give you that. It is one of those numbers. It is. Oh, we won? How did we win? I won't say anything more. I'll let you guys decide. How do you know I didn't look at the second half? I could have looked at all of them. I didn't say which numbers I looked at. Could be any of them. There are some pretty pickable numbers on that second half. Um, Wait a minute. I do have a market gardener. I'll have it. I'll have it out and ready, just in case you do actually pick it. That's good. Oh, I missed. Come here. Come here. That's fine. This is fun. Almost got it. I almost had it. I'm practicing now because I know. I feel it coming. I feel like the number's gonna be picked, and then I'm gonna have to. Like I gotta get my practice in. Remember, this is the last time. This is the last time you can pick. All This is all the marbles. Oh my god. Medic. Oh, Let that guy go. Oh, come on. I love team swap. The best. Oh, oh no, no. I'm so sorry. It was not for 146. You were really close though. The number was 148. You were 100% right with that first assumption that I did immediately respond too much. I responded too fast. I should have gave it a second, and that was on me. But I will still attempt one. I'm gonna attempt. I might not be good at it. Oh my god. Come on. He didn't even know I was there. This is how bad. That was luck. Luck 100% won out because it knew. It knew I was awful at Mark Gardner's. My luck was like, can't let him embarrass himself like this. Will it be over 2 minutes later? That's the question. Yeah. Damn. Jump. No. He's dead already. I already got the spy. I'm doing pretty good, John Barry. Desperately attempting to. Oh. They. I think they realize what I'm trying to do, and they're not having any of it. Damn heavies. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I was playing this instead of studying psychology test. Oh, good. Yeah. Come on. Yes. There we go. I that wasn't a market garden, but I'll take it. Life savings. A red becomes homeless. The luck of the draw. Happens every time I play MVM. Damn. That was a fantastic shot. Yeah, better to have a test than it being like the midterm. And I hit my head coming out. Bones don't ache. Bones do ache. I have met several people in my day that have had achy bones. How is ketchup no sauce? Good question. Isn't I mean, could you potentially classify ketchup as Oh my god, I got that. I got the crit. I consider ketchup a vegetable now. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it counts. That's as close as I'm ever gonna get to Mark Jordan. It's for my abnormal psych class. Abnormal psych. I don't understand. What do you mean abnormal? You studying Jeffrey Dahmer? Is it a burger if it's only two bread buns? Um, I'm gonna say yes, but only if you use bread buns. If you gotta use hamburger buns, and then maybe that would be considered a burger. You can have a burger with no bread, but no. That's there we go. That's philosophical. It's the most philosophical thing I've heard my entire life. Damn. Yeah, I feel like yeah, the whole thing as a whole is a burger, and so long as it is formed in the shape of a burger, it's a burger. Yeah. Like when you go outside and you like when you're super young and you like make mud pies or whatever. The everything was a mud pie because that's as long as you made it in the shape of that. So I feel like if you made a mud burger, so long as it loosely held the shape of a burger, it'd still be a burger. We didn't study Jeffrey Dahmer. Social psych. We did. You study Jim Jones? Give your teacher a raise. Steal from your college, your school, and purposely give your teacher a raise. And the whole Jonestown. Oh my god, yeah. Jonestown was that like crazy cult. I think they like it started in America and then they moved it purposely down to somewhere in South America. I think just because the laws were a little bit more um, unrestricted about some of the things. They all drink poison Kool-Aid? Holy crap. I always thought it was the main dude tricked everybody into drinking Kool-Aid and then he just, I thought he killed himself. Like just shot himself or something. But he himself also drank the Kool-Aid. That's dedication. That is dedication right there. Every time I die, I immediately get the rocket off, and I get that picture perfect shot. Oh my god, I was right. So he didn't drink the Kool-Aid. He shot himself. What? Wow, dude. Look at me, the guesser. Guesser supreme. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm dead. Just let it happen. Yeah, man, he was a coward. Was this in America? I've never heard of this. Yeah, I think it was in America. Or it started in America. I think it was like somewhere, I want to say Indiana or Chicago. It was like somewhere in the north area of America. And then he moved it somewhere in South America. One old lady survived? See, I didn't know that. What? Hid under a bed? Were they all forced to drink the Kool-Aid? Like, were they threatened? That's my in the 80s, and then he moved it to South America. Dang. I didn't even play the objective half the time. I didn't even care for that. The fan of war. Jeez. Oh my god. Trying to wrap my head around that. Sorry, I'm just sitting here. Oh my god. That's like entrapment, yo. Oh fuck, science, bitch. What the fuck? Damn. See, I always thought, they did that willingly. Everything I saw about it kind of pointed to them like at least going down there willingly, but I guess like when it came to it, I bet a lot of people were like, I don't know if I want to die for this religion, which is understandable. Which is understandable, and damn, they were just like, yeah, you're fucked, brother. You don't drink the Kool-Aid. Damn. Unironically, I kind of just want to look up. I just want to look this up. I want to know the full story of what happened. You guys be interested in Jonestown. What the hell? I haven't heard the full story in so long. I remember seeing about it somewhere in school. I can't remember where it was. It was one of those history. I think it was advanced history. Like the teacher did a brief like day about it. Hold on. Let me. All right, we've lost our grip on reality, and now we're going to Let's see if I can get. Aha! Look at that. I want to look this up. We're gonna look this up, guys. Lovely background. This is the one thing I like about Windows 10. I don't know if it's on Windows 11, but they actually let you, switch the background. That's beautiful. All right, there we go. You guys ever seen this? This is my favorite news story. I have this pinned. The story's not available. What the fuck? I've had that on there for years. What the hell, MSN? That was my favorite news story, and they fucking ruined it. Yeah, man. I love Warhammer. I play more of the first Warhammer though, rather than the third one. I don't know. It's just something about the tight, closed-in map. All right, Jonestown Massacre. Jesus Christ. Let's look up just the cult first. Fuck you, Copilot. How do I turn Copilot off? I hate Copilot. Let's find an actual like news website. All right, let's go to the FBI. Let's see what the FBI has to say about Jonestown. This is this just some FBI person's fucking retelling of Jonestown? I don't know if I want to. Should I read all of this? I'm gonna read like somebody's horror, somebody's nightmare, dude. By the way, the last time I had a nightmare was a few nights ago. I was watching just for 2 or 3 hours in the middle of the night some Neon Genesis Evangelion lore. Holy shit, I had nightmares. Never, never watch Evangelion. Anything associated with that before you go to sleep. You will have some crazy fucking dreams. You've been hearing that there. This reads like some AI. This reads like some AI. I don't want that. Cult facts. All right, here we go. Here we go. On November 18th, 1978, Jim Jones instructed over 900 people. Oh, Jesus Christ! 900 members of the People's Temple to take their own lives by drinking poison and forcing anyone who resisted at gunpoint. Today, the Jonestown massacre that resulted in the death of more than 900 people in Guana. That's I think that's kind of like above Brazil, isn't it? There's like the French uh Ghana, and then there's just normal Ghana, I think. I could be wrong. But today, Jonestown massacre resulted in death of more than 900 people in 1978 is remembered. in the popular imagination as the time that gullible expatriates from the People's Temple, is that what they were called? The People's Temple? Literally drank the Kool-Aid and died simultaneously from cyanide poisoning. Hello, Pickle, you want to learn about Jonestown? Learn about Jonestown together, little cat. Let's reminisce. It's a tale so bizarre that many of the strangeness... Oh, it's a tale so bizarre that for many, the strangeness of it almost eclipses the tragedy. It baffles the imagination. Nearly 1,000 people are so enthralled by cult leaders' conspiracy theories that they moved to Ghana, isolated themselves on a compound, and synchronized their watches and pounded back a poison drink. What kind of Kool-Aid was it? That's the real question. Why would somebody drink poison Kool-Aid willingly? It had to have been really good. Because I can tell you 100% the cherry Kool-Aid is not great. Oh, and then me just casually just having that picture there for a second. That's good. I should probably change the title of the stream. I've lost my reality. Now we're learning about Jonestown. Yeah, dude, that's the bodies. That is the bodies, man. Oh my god, Spectrum Business, get the hell out of here. The people in Jim Jones's compound isolated themselves in Ghana because they wanted in the 1970s what many people in the 21st century take for granted a country should have: an integrated society that rejects racism, promotes tolerance, and effectively distributes resources. They wanted socialism. They just wanted communism, dude. They could have just moved to Cuba if they wanted that. Hell, the USSR or China, you know. I guess they wanted that American vibe of it. They believed Jim Jones because he had power, influence, connections to the mainstream leaders who publicly supported him for years. And they drink a cyanide-laced grape. It was grape Kool-Aid. That's not even the best flavor, dude. Had cyanide in it? How did they get that much fucking cyanide? It helped, of course, that it wasn't the first time they thought they were taking poison for their cause, but it was the last. That's him? He looks like off-brand Elvis. We have officially lost our minds, ladies and gentlemen. Just so we're all clear, we're looking up Jim Jones as the Jonestown Massacre. This is horrific, but it's educational. We're being educational about it. Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that pose specifically? What the hell is that? His manifesto on the wall? Oh, poor Marine has Alzheimer's. Late 1940s and 50s, Jim Jones is known for charity work, founding one of the first mixed-race churches in the Midwest, helped to desegregate Indiana and earned him a devout following among civil rights activists. So he had good intentions to start out with. Thinking a lot, little is enough. Alan Turing? Yeah. Alan Turing was the guy that made the Enigma cipher, right, during World War II? From Indianapolis, he moved to California, where he and his church continued to promote a message of compassion. They emphasized helping the poor and raising the downtrodden, those who are marginalized and excluded from society's prosperity. Behind closed doors, they embraced socialism, like I said, and hoped that in time the country would be ready to accept the much stigmatized theory. No, he was hoping for too much. They were hoping for too much. This Jim Jones reminds me a lot of modern day T-evangelic T-evangelist. I don't know what the proper terminology for him is, but it's those guys or ladies that they'll get on like TV and they'll have their own like church channel or whatever the hell, and they'll be like, "Oh, you must plant a seed of $10,000 directly into my pocket, and God will give you the best day ever." That's what this reads like. To be fair though, a lot of the guys on TV they won't they won't tell you to drink some poison Kool-Aid. They'll just rob you blind. Began to score faith healing to draw lots of crowds and bring more money in for his cause. He started promising miracles, saying that he could literally pull cancer out of people. Jeez. But it wasn't the cancer they magically whisked from people's bodies, it was bits of rotten chicken that he produced. No. No, people fell for that. How did they not smell the chicken, dude? You can always tell right away if it's rotten chicken, dude. Having worked in several kitchens, you can distinctly smell rotten chicken from any other fucking food, dude. Oh my god. How do they not know? T-evangelist? Yeah. Yeah, what he said, what Ash said, yeah. It was a deception for a good cause, and he didn't seem rationalized, but it was the first step down a long and dark road that ended with the death. And 900 people who never see the sunrise. November 20th, 1978. Jim Jones at anti-eviction rally. This is like a year before he moved south. God. He looks like a psychopath. That's coming from a guy that looks like a psychopath. His glasses look kind of crazy though. I do like that sort of aviator style, it's pretty good. Anyway, wasn't long before things began to get stranger. Jones was becoming increasingly paranoid about the world around him. His speeches began to reference a coming doomsday. It was him. He was the coming doomsday. Him and his crazy purple Kool-Aid. The result of a nuclear apocalypse brought by government mismanagement. We are still worried about that today. Turtlenecks are not like too creepy, but always off-putting. Thank you. I've been saying that for years. It's, they're not. A turtleneck doesn't make a person creepy, but I will be just a little weary of someone with a turtleneck. Unless they can unless they can pull off the turtleneck, maybe they've got like a nice vest, maybe a good chain, and a tie. But just a turtleneck by itself, you're psycho. He continued to enjoy popular support, strong relationships with the day's leading politicians. Oh my god. He was best friends with Jimmy Carter's wife? What the hell? Several high-profile members of the People's Temple defected, and the conflict was both vicious and public as the traitors lambasted the church and the church smeared them in return. I gotta wipe my glasses. The church's organizational structure officized. I hope I'm fucking pronouncing it right. A group of primarily well-off white women oversaw the running of the temple, while the majority of the congregants were black. The meetings of the upper echelons grew more secretive as they planned increasingly complicated fundraising schemes, a combination of stage healings, trinket marketing, and solicitous mailings. At the same time, it was becoming clear to everyone that Jones wasn't particularly invested in the religious aspects of his church. Christianity was the bait, not the goal. He was interested in the social progress he could achieve with a fanatical, devoted following at his back. Which is how all of these guys always operate. Yeah, at that point you're just trying to conceal a turtleneck. Exactly. You want to hide the shame of having to wear a turtleneck. You gotta put everyone's attention away from the turtleneck. His social goals became more openly radical and began to attract the interests of Marxist leaders, as well as violent leftist groups. Good. Blah blah blah, the shifts of whatever the hell. He's crazy. He's a crazy son of a bitch. That's what I'm getting from that. They settled in Ghana, a country that appealed to Jones because of its non-extradition status and its socialist government. I see. I see. So it was kind of the lax laws that brought him there. Their authorities warily allowed the cult to begin construction on their utopic compound, and in 1997 the People's Temple arrived to take up residence. It didn't go as planned. Now isolated, Jones was free to implement his vision of a pure Marxist society, and it was a lot grimmer than many had anticipated. The daylight hours were consumed by 10-hour workdays, and the evenings were filled with lectures as Jones spoke at length on his fears for society and exorderated defectors. I hope I fucking said that right. I'm a little dumb. On movie nights, entertaining films were replaced with Soviet-style documentaries about the dangers, excesses, and vices of the outside world. Jeez. Rations were limited. The compound had been built on poor soil. Everything had to be imported via negotiations on shortwave radio. The only way that People's Temple could communicate with the outside world. Why couldn't they just, why didn't they just have somebody like from like Veronica from Fallout New Vegas, just send one person out to the local Gone town, we gotta have at least some supplies for them, surely. Thinking about it, I bet the entire country as a whole is like, I don't know if I want to associate with these freaks. I don't know about that. And there were punishments. Rumors escaped into Ghana that I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, yeah, I apologize. Cult members were harshly disciplined, beaten, and locked in coffin-sized rooms, and left to spend the night in dry wells. Jones himself was said to be losing his grip on reality. Oh, that's two of us, buddy. That's two of us. His health was deteriorating. No, not me. And by way of treatment, he began taking a nearly lethal combination of amphetamines and pentobarbital, some crazy shit. What is that? Sidetrack. Sidetrack. Paste. Wikipedia. Typically used as a sedative. Sedative. Control convulsions in emergencies. Also used for short-term treatment of insomnia, but has largely been replaced by benzodiazepine. In high doses, causes death by respiratory arrest. It is frequently used for veterinary euthanasia. Alright, I'm out. I'm out. That's gonna make me upset. His speech is piped over the compound speakers at nearly all hours of the day. Becoming darker and incoherent as he reported that America had fallen into chaos. As one survivor recalled, he would tell us that in the U.S., African Americans were being herded into concentration camps and that there were genocide on the streets. They were coming to kill and torture us because we had chosen what he called the socialist tract. He said they were on their way. He began to raise the idea of revolutionary suicide, a last resort that he and his congregation would pursue if the enemy showed up at their gates. Oh my god. He even had his followers rehearse their own deaths, calling them together in the central courtyard and asking them to drink from a large vat he had prepared for just such an occasion. There was another video. I kind of want to watch that one though, maybe after I get done reading. It's not clear whether his congregation knew those moments were drills. Survivors would later report having believed they would die. When they didn't, they were told that it had been a test, that they had drunk anyway proved them worthy. It was in that context that U.S. Congressman Leo Ryan began to investigate. I guess that was the FBI detailing, because I think I remember seeing Leo Ryan in that. What happened next wasn't Representative Leo's fault. Jonestown was a settlement on the brink of disaster, and in his paranoid state, Jones was likely to have found a catalyst before long. But when Leo Ryan showed up at Jonestown, it threw everything into chaos, which is understandable. Ryan had been friends with the People's Temple members who mutilated body. No. Did Ryan actually see that? Oh, poor Leo Ryan. Why did he go down there in the first place? Was he just checking on the American citizens? It doesn't really say that. But he's friends with two of the members who were mutilated and they were found 2 years prior, and since then he and several other representatives had taken a keen interest in the cult for good reason. He knew some crazy shit was happening. Reports coming out of Jonestown suggested that it was far from racism and poverty-free utopia that Jones had sold his members on. Ryan decided to check on the conditions for himself. I wonder if it was technically considered an American enclave of some kind, and like that gave him some kind of jurisdiction in that area. Wow, after all this, it looks like he was insane, just not playing the part. Yeah. Yeah, no. This is insanity. 5 days before the massacre, Ryan flew into Ghana along with a delegation of 18 people, including several members of the press, and met with Jones and his followers. Settlement wasn't the disaster Ryan expected. While conditions were lean, Ryan felt the vast majority of cultists seemed to genuinely want to be there. Even when several members asked to leave with the delegation, Ryan reasoned that a dozen defectors out of 600 or so adults wasn't cause for concern. That's not cause for concern? Did they leave with him? That's the thing. Did they leave with Ryan? Jim Jones, however, was devastated. Despite Ryan's assurances that his report would be favorable, Jones was convinced that the People's Temple had failed the inspection and Ryan was going to call on the authorities. What would who how would America even be able to do anything about this in another country? I guess maybe the Monroe Doctrine, but at the same time, I don't think that applies in this situation. Paranoid and in failing health, Jones sent his security team after Ryan, and his crew had just arrived at nearby Port Katuma airstrip. The People's Temple force shot and killed 4 delegation members and 1 defector, wounding several others. So at that point, he knew he was like, "This is insane." What? 10 photos that made history. What is that? They're just having some fun right there, I guess. Oh my god, and there's just a video of it. We've got to watch some of these videos, guys. Jonestown Massacre and the Poison Flavor Aid. Why is it Flavor Aid? Why is it not just Kool-Aid? I guess Kool-Aid wanted to distance themselves from that. Doesn't America have laws about American people in other countries which allows them to go there? I don't know. Maybe? But I feel like every country has that. I feel like that's just sort of a UN sort of policy, United Nations policy. It's like, well, if your people are over there, you have the right to go and get them at least. Ryan died? Leo Ryan died after being shot more than 20 times. Even after he told him it was going to be favorable. With the congressman dead, Jim Jones and the People's Temple were finished. But it wasn't the arrest that Jones anticipated. He told his congression that the authorities would be parachuting in at any moment, then sketched a vague picture of a terrible fate at the hands of the deranged, corrupt government. He encouraged his congregation to die now rather than face their torture. I think that if anybody's going to get tortured, it was him. And maybe the 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 people that were helping him set all this stuff up, dude. I guess this is a quote from him. Die with a degree of dignity. Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. ... I tell you, I don't care how many screams you hear. I don't care what? I don't care how many anguish cries. Death is a million times preferable to 10 or more days of this life. Jesus Christ, dude. If you knew what was ahead of you, if you knew what was ahead of you, you'd be glad to be stepping over to it. My God. The audio of Jones's speech and the ensuing suicide survives. On the tape, an exhausted Jones says he sees no way forward. He's tired of living and, oh my God, he wants to choose his own death. One woman courageously disagrees. She says she's not afraid to die, but she thinks the children at least deserve to live. The People's Temple shouldn't give up and let their enemies win. Jim Jones told her the children deserve peace, and the crowd shouts the woman down, telling her she's just afraid to die. Then the group who killed the congressman return, announcing their victory, and the debate ends as Jones begs someone to hurry the medication. Those administering the drugs, perhaps the detritus on the compound suggests with syringes squirted into the mouth, can be heard on tape assuring the children that the people who have ingested the drug aren't crying from pain. It was only the drugs are a little bitter tasting. Jesus Christ. Others expressed their sense of obligation to Jones. They wouldn't have made it this far without him, and they're taking their lives out of duty. What is a child gonna have? Others expressed their sense of obligation to Jones. they wouldn't have made it this far without him, and now they're taking a lot. Well, I already read that. Shit, I'm so flabbergasted. I can't fucking believe it, dude. Some clearly, some clearly, those who are not yet ingested the poison wonder why the dying look like they're in pain when they should be happy. One man is grateful that his child won't be dying by the enemy or raised by the enemy to be a dummy. Oh yeah, yeah, guys, my kid, he's not gonna be a dummy. He's gonna drink the Kool-Aid and he's gonna be smart, just like me. Person that dragged him here. Jesus Christ, man. Jones just keeps begging them to hurry up. He tells the adults to stop being hysterical and exciting the screaming children, and then the audio ends. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray after this, I think. Imagine the pain of your kidneys shutting down. It's probably 10 times worse. Kidney stones. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's probably 100 times, 1,000 times worse than kidney stones, dude. Thankfully I've never had any, but I've heard that kidney stone pain is the worst thing to have. Oh man. I have had some broken bones in my time though, so I kind of understand a little bit about some pain. You know, it's awful. When the Ghana authorities arrived following day, they expected resistance, guards, and guns, and irate Jim Jones waiting at the gate. But they arrived on an eerily quiet scene. All of a sudden, they started to stumble, and they think that maybe these revolutionaries placed logs on the ground to trip them up. And now they're going to start shooting from an ambush. And then a couple of the soldiers look down and they can see through the fog and they start screaming because there are bodies everywhere, almost more than they can count, and they're so horrified. This is awful. Oh, me too, crying kitty. Crying kitty ad. I can't believe that. That's clearly AI too. I hate it. I hate it here. But when they found Jim Jones's body, it was clear that he hadn't taken the poison. After watching his followers agony, he had chosen instead to shoot himself in the head. Damn, he did not give anybody that privilege. There would have been loads of people in America itching at that privilege to do that to him. The dead were a grim collection. Around 300 were children who had been fed the cyanide-laced flavor aid by their parents and loved ones. Another 300 were elderly men and women depended on younger cultists for support. As for the rest of the people killed in Jonestown, they were a mix of true believers and the hopeless. The presence of armed guards shows at least an implicit coercion, though the guards themselves reported their intentions to visitors in the glorious terms and then took the poison. Nor was the situation structured as one of individual choice. Jim Jones proposed a collective action, and in the decision that followed, only one woman offered extended opposition. No one rushed up to tip the vat over the flavor aid. Willingly, unknowingly, or reluctantly, they took the poison. And that's it. That's the that's what they drank from, dude? Yeah. Yeah, I read that too. There was a fog. There was a fog when they were going into this camp, dude. The omens. Even God was trying to hide this as best as he could, dude. He knew. He knew his religion was defaced in such a way that he was trying to hide his own shame. There's like half of it left, even. Yeah, dude. You can tell, like, right here, you can tell that's where it was. That was the line of it. Oh my god, how many. Oh man, and that's all the medicine. That's all the cyanide. Jesus Christ, that ad down there. This lingering question of coercion is not why the tragedy is today referred to as the Jonestown Massacre. Wait, why the tragedy is today referred to as the Jonestown Massacre and not the Jonestown Suicide. Some have speculated that many of those who took the poison might have thought the event was another drill, a simulation that they would all walk away from just as they had in the past. But on November 19th, 1978, nobody got up again. That's a crazy way to end it. All right, let's we're trying to be a little educational here. So, let's play a video. This is a 3-minute video. Do you remember waking up to this in the middle of the night when you're like, you had your TV on and it's like, oh, shit. Guess the fucking cable box reset or something. What the hell? Scared the hell out of me. I guess this is the delegation coming in. Oh yeah, no way, dude. This is like, I bet this is after it all happened, after their tour and everything, and this is them loading up on that plane. What I don't understand is, okay, yeah, I was about to say that plane does not look like it hold that many people. Turn that down a little bit. That was loud as hell. Oh my gosh, did you see that guy's tube socks? Those look like some SpongeBob tube socks. I kind of want those for real. That's pretty cool. That guy in the yellow looks like the Ryan guy. He's shaking everybody's hand. But can you even call it that if he was crazy? True. 100% true. It took a few trips for sure if they couldn't afford a bigger plane. For real. Oh my gosh, and this is them taking fire, dude. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Yeah, I feel like that guy in the yellow, that was Leo Ryan. And here's him giving a tour of it.
These are small babies that we've just took, that just been hatched. These are chickens. Again, a different breed of chickens that just hatched. In addition to the 8 other chicken houses, see the heating units to keep them warm. Everything modern, automatic water feeders. Everything clean floor base with the wood chips that we can. There's 6 inches of those that we remove, so that we can keep absolutely sanitary condition. We've lost none of these chickens either. This is a feed barn.
Oh,
This is for the
at
thousands
least
of
he gave the
chickens
chickens some respect.
cattle. Back over here is the area that we're clearing for, way to my right, Mike, is the area that we're clearing for more planting. Potatoes and carrots and edos and papaya, citrus, all kinds of various fruit trees that you've never heard of in your life. And I would, these fences we made all of ourselves, so there hardly any cost to
And
them.
by the way, the guy talking, this sounds like, I think this is Jim Jones.
It's been purposefully made that way, prepared for lumbering, so we can build housing for all of our beautiful family. That's Anthony. He is so delightful worker. He's a farm supervisor over the many dozens of employees we have. He's just come in with a tractor with supplies for the workers just over that, about a mile of pasture you see there in the background. Just one small portion. Several square miles of pasture there, and the pasture to the left. There's pasture way back several miles. Our property is, 12 miles long, 7 miles wide. The rows
12 miles long, 7-mile wide compound.
many we have
Crazy.
in Jonestown. The youngsters in with the piglets. No, pat them. Just rub them. Rub them. That's it. That's a nice goat. Yeah, we got all kinds of nice little piglets. And here's Charlie the boar in the background. This is one of the many generators that we've purchased with our sweat and blood. We have generators all over our property that gives us power for everything we need.
There's no way this guy planned anything, dude. I doubt this guy even planned how to go to the bathroom every day. He just does not seem the type. I guess he was, though. Maybe there was somebody, like, kind of pushing him to think this way.
Cassava mill, which we are now making over $30 a day in sauces, and we're doing it on just handmade basis. We're going to get some equipment to do make noodles.
The game theory for everybody.
Fantastic. Then we'll be able to talk more in the big money.
People coming in.
Making sweet
We're no. If you're just now tuning in, we're no longer playing TF2. We lost our grip on reality pretty fast.
but we have to boil our sauce from the cassava, and we're making over $30 a day just from hand boiling. When we get modern equipment, we'll be able to do a great deal more.
We found true horror, everybody.
This is our grinder, and there's our compressor for the cassava back in the background. Now one of the ladies is making juice. You see the juice, Mike? She's pouring in juice that we make over 30.
Oh my god, that's her making the fucking juice!
Which we're going to get later as we can afford it. We'll be able to make a tremendous amount.
Oh my god, that's the fucking tub!
These are meat sauces. Are you going?
That's the
There's
fucking
meat sauces
tub!
there. And back here are many bottles of it. Bottles and bottles that we have made today.
Oh dear Heavenly Father, please
Bottle like this, I
grant
believe
every person
this price is. This is $1.20.
that was affected by this piece,
Because it's a very rare. It's a road.
please, please God, let them find sweet eternity.
Piece of rice.
Amen.
Bags. And way back in the dish, the background is the powdered cassava, which we make flour from. We make cornstarch type from. We make our sauces from. All that looks like just dust. That's all of our ground. This way made as if it's what it ought to be. The American bananas are nothing like these.
Oh my gosh.
Right, Jim? Oh, we have row after row of these. Whole warehouse full. We even sell bananas now
That is
off-site.
scary, dude.
We need money so badly to
They unknowingly got
save them.
footage of that. That does look like a very beautiful area, though. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it right now. If I ever get 1 million subscribers, this is gonna be the 1 million subscriber special. We're gonna go to Jonestown. We're gonna take an educational trip to Jonestown. Town. No, no. I wouldn't do anything like this. No. Spirit Town is America as a whole. I wouldn't make anybody drink Kool-Aid like that. Yeah, I'm not going at 1,000. No, that's gotta be 1,000,000. So much wildlife. The temperature must be nice, and the weather when it's not raining. Exactly. You'd have to go at like the best time. Like looking at it, it looks like it's really temperate. They're all wearing normal, yeah, normal outfits. Nobody's in like super short sleeve stuff. I guess except for that guy that's stealing that apple or whatever the hell it is, a mango. Honestly, though, I think I would go insane if I only ate nothing but mangoes and bananas. Sounds like something I'd ask my friend if I was like really drunk. Would you live in the jungle for $1,000,000, but all you could eat was bananas and mangoes? No, no, I wouldn't. I would not. Oh, the dogs. Oh, please tell me the dogs were okay. They look so happy. Alright, I'm done. The animals. The animals got me, dude. The Jonestown Massacre. Jesus. That's the region it's in. Barima Wanani. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? A tough one. Um, hmm. Catfish. I love fried catfish. I would be perfectly content. Catfish a day. Amazing. That's right. Egg loves catfish too. Are you a catfish, Egg? Come here. All right. What should we look up next? I kind of want to doobie. Banana cinnamon spice. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but I had that when I was younger, a long time ago. It was like my favorite sandwich to make. What I do is I get peanut butter, right? Drizzle honey on it. Then I get this crazy banana cinnamon spice. By the way, I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if it was just regular cinnamon or what, but I remember specifically seeing on the label banana cinnamon. But I would get some of this crazy cinnamon, and then I would cut up cut a banana in half, and then half that half, and I'd layer it on top of my little concoction there, and then another piece of bread on top of that. Best thing ever. My dad would literally call me Elvis just because he was like that. That's what Elvis would eat every day, and then he died. Like I'm sorry, Elvis had good taste. I don't know what the hell to tell you, man. Elvis probably was on drugs. And you know what? Elvis is probably still alive. That's my theory. That's the one theory I've always been hung up on. He's got to be still alive. Probably 80. Cinnamon is artificial fake nowadays, like vanilla flavor. Yeah. All right. We're just gonna look up. Here we go. The real crazy motherfucker. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. The killer clown. So I think this guy, he would go around dressed up as a party clown, and then he would abduct people, and then kill them. This guy was the first It, by the way. 100%. This has to be who It is based off of. There's no way he isn't the inspiration. Legalclarity.org. Didn't we just? This is that same site we were on, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't want to look at all that's interesting. I want to find a different website. The 42-minute documentary. A&E. Look at that. At the time of his conviction in 1980, the killer clown who earned the moniker due to his tendency to dress up as like a clown named Pogo, for children's parties and charity events, held the most murder convictions in the U.S. history with 33. Oh, by the way, they are still finding people in Utah that were killed by Jeffrey Dahmer, I believe. I think it was a couple weeks ago they found this girl that, after doing some close analysis, matched a description that he gave of like somebody he killed, but didn't tell him where she was. So like her, and I think they found one or two other bodies near her. So yeah, I can only imagine how many people, specifically right here, may have killed up to 45 people by his own admission, but he's only been convicted with 33. Very similar to Jeffrey Dahmer. And this guy, he'd go after him. You know, he was a psychopath. I don't read anything too much about John Wayne Gacy, but psychotic. I don't want to go on Facebook. What am I doing? And then there was John Wayne. Ah, Nat King Cole. It's common for people to not be found for a long time after killings. Imagine the parents can even pass for finding where their child went. Yeah. That's the scariest part, dude. The like sometimes, if there are circumstances like this, and like they purposely hide them. Yeah, there's like almost a 0% chance that they're gonna find them. But sometimes, like when people go missing like that, a lot of the time it's just accidents for like wild animals. Like there was this one thing I saw a few months back about authorities were like there was somebody like doing magnet fishing in a river, and then they found a vehicle, and then lo and behold, it was a missing vehicle that had two bodies in it that were related to a missing persons case. And apparently, like from the understanding of the investigators, the kids in the car were like drunk as hell, and the authorities think they saw a deer or something in the road, and it like swerved swerved to the right directly into some water, and obviously they got knocked unconscious and then gone. But in that case, they were at least found, and the families did get some closure. You guys ever heard of Ed Gein? This guy's a psychopath. Known as the Butcher of Plainfield and the Plainfield Ghoul. Yeah, if the murder was with intent, they're not being found. Unless the murderer specifically tells them, like, hey, I was over here. Now this guy's a psychopath, dude. This guy was a psychopath. Oh my god, is that part of his collection? Oh, that's interesting. Forbes. Look up Ed Gein. We'll talk a little bit about Ed Gein. Instead of John Wayne Gacy. He he inspired Norman Bates. So he's betrayed by somebody in some sort of framing. I guess that is a Bates Motel. He inspired Norman Bates and Leatherface. I guess that's the fucking that was the thing. Do you see Jesus's face? I hope I do one day. I hope I do one day. Advertisement. What the hell? In an interview with Variety, Murphy, who has highlighted Jeffrey Dahmer and the Menendez brothers. Who the Menendez brothers? What is this? Call of Duty Black Ops? A previous Monster season said that the latest installment offers commentary on the sensationalization of infamous figures such as Gein and its impact on popular culture. I wanted to talk about the topic about how every generation creates their own boogeyman. That's true. That's true. We've got a few of them right now. Every generation has to up the stakes of violence because you become inured to it. That's interesting. Inured. His story was blunt, twisted, like a silly putty image, and the most interesting layer was turning the camera on ourselves, on Ryan and I, and on the audience. Oh look, we've done the thing. Oh, this is them talking about the show, I guess. Ed Gein was a killer and notorious grave robber who admitted to 2 murders, but is believed to be connected to a number of other unsolved cases. After he was suspected in a 1957 murder of Bernice Worden, Worden, in Plainsville, Wisconsin, the investigation of Gein's home led to the gruesome discovery that he collected human organs and fashioned clothing and accessories out of the body parts. Oh. God. The butcher of Plainsfield was eventually convicted of Warren's murder and institutionalized until his death in 1984 at the age of 77. He got off. He got off easy. He got off easy. What? He got institutionalized? They didn't put him to death? His crimes helped inspire fictional movies such as Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Buffalo Bill, Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill. Hmm. Uh-huh. Born in 1906 in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Son of George. Him an alcoholic father. And Augusta, fanatic religious mother. That's the combo. That's the combo that's gonna send you on a crazy path. Grew up alongside his older brother Henry in a household ruled by his mother's puritanical preachings about the sins of lust and carnal desire. I think that's probably what pushed him. He's like, oh, exactly what to go for. Like souvenirs, that's crazy. Yeah, he's just taking their stuff. Look at that. He's wearing them essentially like this fucking advertisement, dude. After his father died, began doing odd jobs. Him and his brother burning brush on property. When the fire raged out of control, Henry was found dead, and although it was initially believed to be the result of a fire, the circumstances surrounding his death, as well as Ed's later activities, led to conjecture that the younger brother might have been responsible. He oh, Cecily devoted to his mother. Dean never left home or dated women, however, after she died in late 45, so right after World War II. He became increasingly deranged. Now living alone, he left her room neat and untouched, while the rest of the home fell into squalor. He also developed an interest in anatomy books. Made himself a handyman and babysitter. I don't know if I. That's his. That's his kitchen. Whoa. He's got that classic cane sugar. That's a humongous bag of cane sugar. What is he doing with that? That is too much. You can probably. That's probably real cane sugar though. Um. Few residents from the area had mysteriously disappeared over the years. Among them were Mary Hogan, who ran a tavern, and then Bernice Warden. They're both in their 50s, which is crazy. Was reported missing from her hardware store in Plainsfield. Cash register was also gone, and a trail of blood let out of the back. Her son Frank, a deputy sheriff, was suspicious of Gein. The reclusive man was soon apprehended at a neighbor's house. The authorities sent to Gein's home that night were greeted by the gruesome sight of Warden's headless, gutted body hanging from the ceiling, her head that was soon found in a sack, and her heart hanging in a plastic bag. Jesus Christ. Further investigation yielded more shocking discoveries, including organs in jars, skulls used as soup bowls, and a belt made from. Oh my god! Oh my god, man. Under questioning, Gein confessed to killing Warden as well as Hogan 3 years earlier. He shot both women who resembled his late mother. So I guess he didn't like her that much after all. Additionally, he admitted to digging up numerous corpses in order to cut off the parts. He was a necrophiliac. And he made skulls and masks and suits. Oh, Jesus Christ. His actions earned him a number of notorious nicknames, such as the Butcher of Plainsfield. It was used as the subtitle in 2007 made-for-video film Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainsfield. It's also referred to as the Plainsfield Ghoul or the Grandfather of Gore. Oh, that's not something you want to. In '58, Journal reported that Gein's farmhouse had been burned down amid rumors that the site might be turned into a museum. Initial speculation was that the fire had been set intentionally, though an official cause was never determined. He set that intentionally. He set that intentionally. No way. After his arrest, his lawyer entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. And in '58, so he was caught in where did that say he was? What year was that when he was caught? '57. So probably like at around 50, beginning of '58 is when he's probably caught. So yeah, January. So like maybe a week or two after, he immediately went to trial, found not guilty due to a schizophrenia diagnosis. He was committed to Central State Hospital in Waupun, Wisconsin, where he variously worked as a mason, carpenter's assistant, and medical center aide. They should not have let him in the medical center. He was getting off in there, dude. The mason and the carpenter's assistant, I can see that. That could probably rehabilitate him. But the medical center aide, they were asking for it, dude. They were like, yeah, here's what you can do, bud. Jesus Christ. In early '68 was he was determined fit to finally stand trial, a whole 10 years later. That November, he was found guilty of Warden's murder. However, he was also found insane at the time of the murder, and as such, he was recommitted to the hospital. There was attempt to petition for release in '74, which was rejected. The mild-mannered Gein made virtually no news while institutionalized. Good. In the late '70s, with his health failing, Gein was transferred to the Mendonca Mental Health Institute in Madison, Wisconsin. He died complications from lung cancer and respiratory illness on January 26th. He's buried in a county cemetery near Plainfield, and his grave became something of a tourist attraction. Some visitors even chipped off pieces of his gravestone to keep as souvenirs. Then in June 2000, the entire gravestone was stolen. The New York Post reported that Washoe County police initially believed occult groups might have been behind the theft. Tombstone was found a year later and placed in storage. Gein's gravesite is now unmarked. They just said, this guy, he doesn't get anything. We're just going to make sure nobody knows where he is. I bet they put a tree or something over his body. That'd be the best way to hide something like that. It might be better for him to be hospitalized where they don't give them stuff instead of jail where you can make weapons as spoons and things, I guess. Yeah, but like back in like '50s, 60s, '70s, like death row. Like think Green Mile for a minute. Think of the movie Green Mile. Like they'd essentially be in their own cells. They wouldn't be allowed to leave the cells. And then, when it was his time for death row, that's it. That's the beans. That's the bacon. The gravestone chipping's the irony, yes. That is the most ironic part. People were like, Let's take a piece of him with us, dude. Where is that tombstone? Do you think? Where is somebody stores that? Placed in storage? That's got to be like that's got to be what they have in Fort Knox, no doubt. There's like a million stacks of gold, and then his tombstone. If death row was allowed, yeah, 100%. The fact that he got off on an insanity plea is crazy, and the fact that they didn't see his attempt to get a petition for release in '74 as like him gaining his sanity back. Like that was the thing. Like he was sane the full time he did that. There's no question. It's probably in some completely random graveyard in another state. Yeah, but that's him. Crazy. Oh my god, he's got a turtleneck on. Dude, he's got a turtleneck on. I see it right under the collar. And look, he's hiding it with a jacket too. He's hiding his shame of wearing a turtleneck. That's how you properly wear a turtleneck. You hide it from people. He knew. What are these books? The real Leatherface. Insane. The turtleneck theory gains confidence. It's true, dude. Look, he's wearing it in that picture too. Hold on, I just want to see something. Look! He's maybe that's just the prison outfit, but that also looks like a turtleneck of some kind, dude. Psychopaths. Psychopaths wear turtlenecks. Psychopaths will hide their turtlenecks. They will not show that they have turtlenecks. I'm thoroughly convinced. No, you can't play as Muslin in Warhammer 1. Oh man, I kind of want to. All right, all right. That was a deep dive. I didn't expect to go down a rabbit hole like that. Oh man, I was gonna ask what would be common for killers, but we might have found out that's the link. That is a link. Anytime you see someone out in public with a turtleneck and they're not covering it up, or they cover it up too well, you know that's the key indicator. I will never wear a turtleneck. Something that I do think, though, people should have is multiple of the same shirts. I have at least 3 or 4 different white shirts with the same pocket on them, and I love this white shirt to death. I don't know why, but I love my white shirts, dude. I think I have like 2 or 3 black shirts, literally the same design and everything. Wrangler shirts too. These are the best shirts ever. They're not turtlenecks. They're not turtlenecks. They're simple O collar necks. I don't know what you call that. What else should I look up? Let us look up. Oh yes, Crazy Horse. Hell yeah, America's original freedom fighter. Anybody remember Crazy Frog? What's her last name? Isil? Dresden. Hmm, crazy. Freedom fighter. Oh. Oh, lovely. I like that. Doodles. Mountains. Ominous. Ominous mountain. Kind of goes with the theme that we're going with here. Look at Angels of Death. We're looking at evil German women. Not being derogatory. Yeah, I understand that. Angels of Death. Angles. Angels of Death. German. Lady Germans. Crazy. Crazy lady Germans. Oh, that's not a crazy lady. That's just a crazy German. Joseph Mengele. He looks like a psychopath. The blonde beast of Birkenau and the most sadistic woman in Nazi Germany, Irma Grease. Is that her? During the Belsen trial. Nah, I never heard of that one. I've only ever heard of the Nuremberg stuff. That's just, crazy shit. She was born in 23 in Mecklenburg. Her parents, Alfred Anton Albert Gies and Bertha Wilhelmine Wintergrease. Jeez. Her farmers with 5 children. Her mother took her own life in 36. And the children were raised by their father, a devout Christian that often used physical violence to discipline the children. He was probably a little upset about Senor Adolf's whole dealio. Because I'm pretty sure even though Adolf was raised Catholic, when he was in power, he was like, I'm pretty sure he was like full on like atheist. I'm pretty sure. And like he made a lot of their systems garnered towards that. Irma and other children were exposed to Nazism in school due to the Enabling Act of 33, forced their doctrine onto kids. That's her in 45 awaiting trial. She was attracted to the Nazi cause, although her father had forbidden his children to join any Nazi organizations. She willingly joined the League of German Girls when she left home at the age of 14. Damn. Her dream was to become a nurse, and in 39 she joined the SS Convalescent Hospital, learning from an orthopedic surgeon, Karl Gebhardt, who performed unspeakable medical experiments on prisoners. Failing at nursing, she was assigned to work as a mechanist, until she reached the age of 18. Having reached legal age, she quickly joined the SS to guard female and child detention centers. The over 2,000 women who joined were promised a good paying job with perks such as room and board. I guess that's all they could really ask for back in those days. After passing a rigorous test and medical exam, she was sent to Ravensbrück for her training, where she routinely beat inmates, often for no reason. She also started on her journey to promiscuity with the male officer. Ew. You're getting down with them. You know what I'm saying? 43, she received orders to report to. Oh, shit. Then she went to the big dog camp, where she adopted the habit of wearing heavy boots and carrying a pistol and a whip braided from wire and cellophane. By the next year, she was promoted to the second highest rank a female SS officer could hold, and was in charge of a camp holding 30,000 women. She acquired 2 large dogs that were trained to kill and purposely kept them hungry, to make them mean and eager to attack. Jeez. She whipped women for being shapelier than her and attended the surgeries required for infections caused by the whipping, seemingly enjoying cries of those who were forced to endure the surgeries with no anesthesia. Witnesses claimed if the women didn't scream enough, she would kick them with her boots. It was said that she got an erotic thrill from watching her victim suffer. That's not good. Not good. I don't know what else to say about that. When she marched the prisoners to work detail, if anyone lagged behind, she set the dogs on them and watched the glee as they were torn to pieces. So according to survivors, she beat at least 30 women to death every day. Sexual appetite, affairs with male guards, even Joseph Mengele himself, and Kramer, of all people. What the hell is he doing here? I thought he was supposed to be in Seinfeld. Honor of choosing which prisoners were sent to. So she was the reason anybody got put in those situations to begin with. Beat and torture any female or male. So she was bi. Didn't give a shit. And that's it. Alright, when the Russians surrounded in 45, she was transferred back to Ravensbrück and then to Bergen-Belsen, camp where Anne Frank and her sister died several months later. This only served to increase her brutality. She forced women to stand outside in the cold and rain for 6 hours at a time. And if the prisoner was caught leaning or sitting down, she'd beat them to death. It was here that she earned the name the Beast of Belsen. British troops came to liberate the camp in April 45 and attempted to arrest Irma. She pulled out a silver revolver and attempted to shoot Brigadier Bob Daniel in the back. Before she was able to pull the trigger, Daniel turned and she ran away. Dang. After her arrest, she was asked why she had participated in atrocities, and she replied, "It was our duty to exterminate antisocial elements so that Germany's future could be assured." What the fuck? The the British interpreted this as a confession, and Irma was put on trial for her crime. She remained staunchly defiant during her trial, insisting she had done her duty. On December 13th, 1945, the hyena of Auschwitz was at the age of 22 and the youngest Nazi criminal to be executed, hanged for her crimes. She went to the gallows with a smile on her face. Why do you put that at the end? Buzz6, this is the only reply. One comment. I got shudders reading this. Beyond horrible. Like Batman, giving the business to both genders equally. Goodness. That guy's a psychopath. That guy's a psychopath, but her, I think I think she was worse. Because if you think about it, he was just doing what he was doing for science, right? She was just doing that for fun. That was she was getting her rocks off. He was attempting to I don't know what he was fucking attempting to do, but he was doing something for science. Jesus Christ. This is a crazy search. This is a crazy search, by the way. Jonestown, Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy, Crazy Frog, and then Elsie there. And then Banana Cinnamon. And then Microsoft Word. Alright. How many pounds is that? 227? 277. Oh, it's simple. It's simple, Brian. The U.S. border? Or border crossing? There it is. This baloney. I mean, to be fair, I've got the video. That's all I'm saying. They know. They know. It was educational, right? Pork business. Stay ahead of the pork industry. No thanks. I think I'm good. Oh, that's a good dog. That dog said, I found this baloney, it's mine, right? So like a lifetime of baloney? Yeah, exactly, dude. They destroyed the baloney? They didn't even give the dog any of the baloney? Evil. That's cruelty, dude. That dog found all of that baloney and didn't even get a slice of it. After obtaining a negative declaration of fruits, vegetables, or meat products, the driver is referred for secondary agricultural inspection. That dog said, I know what's back here. Immediately smelled it. Yeah, I know. I love that. The dog's name is Harley, too. That's the best dog name. Done. Favorited. Make sure that's actually favorited. There we go. I guess this one's just bust. Delete that one. Yeah. Real. The tongue and all. That is the most dog picture I've ever seen in my entire life. That's a lot of baloney though. Why would somebody need that much baloney? That's what I've always wondered. I don't think there's been a single announcement of what was so special about the baloney. The seizure marks the second time in 2 months the same individual was caught attempting to smuggle baloney from Mexico to the U.S. In January, CBP agriculture specialist seized 55 rolls of undeclared baloney from the man. He was assessed a civil penalty in that case, and the contraband meat was seized and destroyed. All in all, this man tried to smuggle 77 rolls of bologna across the border within a 2 month span, and he failed both times. He did it to make 1,000 sandwiches. That's the only thing I could think of. That he must have thought this is the best bologna ever. Everybody's got to try this. The bologna smuggling case has been referred to USDA investigative and enforcement services who enforce alleged violations related to animal and plant issues. Crazy. This is why it was destroyed. Pork products have the potential to introduce foreign animal diseases to the U.S., which can be a devastating impact to the U.S. economy and our agriculture industry. Hot take: if it's already packaged, I don't think they're gonna. Surely there's some sort of testing process that goes with the bologna, right? Surely, surely Mexico has some sort of testing procedures for their bologna. See what's happening in the news. Oh my god, it's me. That guy's streaming right now. Who is that? Cordy Crovey in Left 4 Dead 2.
Meet Wegovy pill.
No. There's like a ceiling on the penalty, so if it's the same for 100 pounds, why not try to smuggle even more? Exactly. If there's a certain penalty you can get, why not just go for bust? 200 pounds. And that's what he went for. He went for broke. He's like, we got no other option. More baloney.
Into the kitchen and sat down at the
Wait.
I walked into the kitchen and sat down at the table. I looked with a grimace at the questionable meal lowest placed in front of me. Of course, I never tell her how disgusted I was with her cooking, but somehow I think she knew. Lois had always been full of energy and life, but lately I'd begun to grow more aware of her aging. The bright, exuberant eyes I'd fallen in love with had now begun to grow dull and listless with the long fatigue of a weary life. I woke up several hours later in a daze.
Alright. It's also got to. No, don't remove. I need that saved as well. That's the first thing I saw. Oh. Don't you just love the super clickbaity ads that you get when you just scroll around? Because I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that guy. The real life Peter Griffin. He's one of the best. Honestly, I kind of like. There are a few other people that do like impersonations of different anime characters, but he does it the best. All right, let me get back to TF2. That's what I'm on right now. Play a little bit more. And then probably call it there. Play a few more matches. One thing I don't like about Man versus Machine, and this is just my little gripe, a lot of people will complain if you use the Natasha. Which Natasha is my favorite, but a lot of the time they want you to use the Brass Beast or stock minigun. But the Natasha is really good because it's slow, and people don't like it because it's easy. I don't know. That's just my hot take. The best heavy weapon to use, but everyone's like, oh, why are you using that? You filthy casual. And I want to have fun. Hell, I don't join games in progress. By the way, I hate that. I'm not saying I disavow anybody that does it, but I myself I don't do it just because I feel like that it could like I don't want to take somebody's spot. The slow is useful for big scouts. Exactly. Exactly. That is the main reason I use it because half the time people forget about the big scouts. All right. Engineer. I called engineer first. It's mine. Dispenser. Go ahead and get two-way as well. And well, yeah, two-way first. Scout, fire, scout, bullet, medic. Uh, so 50-50. I'm gonna go. I think bullet would be better. Wait, what the hell? Why isn't my canteen? Equip now. Where's my canteen, motherfucker? Yeah, I always lose to scouts as well. Gonna put this here. They're just gonna have to sit for a second. I feel so bad. I didn't realize everybody had already readied up. Back in the day when I was a kid, when I had lunch money for MVM tickets, I would buy one and just leave the match the second. Not use up the ticket. You can actually do there's boot camp where you don't actually have to use the tickets. You can just you can just play it without a ticket. See if I can put this in the corner. Oh, he took my medal. Whatever. Huh? Guys, the pyro. Oh, Brian, I'm an idiot. There we go. Oh, they left and we had somebody leave immediately. Right. Okay, I guess here for now. Dispenser, come on. You playing for anything specific like Kill Streak Kit or I'll try? Nah. I just like playing it. But at the same time, I like having the chance of getting something. If I could get an Australian from it, heck yeah. What? Oh. Heavy's not using Natasha. Then he left. Oh no. Alright, let's disconnect. Let's find a different match. Oop. Let's not do Empire Escalation. Let's do Bavarian Bot Bash instead. Yeah, I'm not playing for anything specific. I just like having the chance of winning. I'll probably only play one though. If I can actually get one full one, I'll probably only play one. As I don't know, I don't like playing them back to back. Like I'll piecemeal it out every once in a while. Play like maybe two matches one point, and I'll play one and then another one at some point, or vice versa. Honestly, maybe I might just get off now. Honestly, I have been doing this for a little bit. Let me. Yeah, I reckon this might be it for me. That was really fun though. It was educational. I haven't played much MVM these days. I play the community ones. Next money at the start. Yeah. Yeah, I played some of the community ones. I don't know, it's just the older ones. Just, those are the first ones I played. Just got a special place in my heart for those. Those the original MVMs. Yeah, I think that might be it for me. I think. Appreciate you tuning in, Ash, and everybody else that also tuned in. That was awesome. Very educational. Uh, maybe tomorrow or something. I might actually play some more MVM. Just play MVM. Uh, yeah. I don't know how to end this. um, peace, I guess. Yeah. See you guys in the next.